have a Citroen Berlingo 2010, said the owner, I think, but it's 2009 apparently. Always check your technical sheets, certificate of conformity with the stamp thing, for the guys in Belgium, Europe, whatever. So 2009, pretty important when you order parts. 1.6 petrol engine, and we're gonna put away the papers and do the big service. So we have a cabin filter. This time we use the RCF130 from Recall. We have the oil filter from Recall, ROF177, should be a good one, and the air filter RF468, and some spark plugs, NG case, LF46B should be the good one. And let's get started. We always start, of course, by checking the coolant and maybe putting on some gloves. We better have to make myself comfortable with the gloves. For some works, yeah, doesn't work. All right, so I can see the coolant level is a little bit on the low side, and yeah, just above minimum. We can see there's some kind of debris in there. Could be from the hoses, from the pump, yeah, or some oxidation. All right, a lot of options. We're gonna check it out. Yep. The refractometer, as usual. Color is also a little bit off, but yeah, it could be the case when you have blue coolant or yellow coolant and you add some blue or red. So should pay attention to the correct coolant, because some hoses are not made for some coolants, the pumps also, and blah blah blah. Yep, -40 and even below. So we can fill her up with some water. Let's do that. And there we go, maximum. Yep. Let's hit the cap with some the threads on the cap with some white grease, so next time we can easily unscrew it. And there we go, nice and tight. So next up, of course, is our washer fluid. Alrighty, new bottle. Yep, there we go. Good stuff. Clear view from Sonax. Pretty good stuff. Tip of the week: $7, like something like that, on Amazon for a concentrate. Get you a long way. All right, the rest we top up with water. Although I would suggest to do this last, because sometimes the plastic container breaks, and yeah, then we're taking a shower when we dive under the car. But I tend to forget it when I do it last. I always did it from the beginning, from the start, so, or when the oil is draining. All right, next, power steering. Let's check that. This one is sitting really easy. So, all right, on this one we have an internal level meter thing. So between minimum and maximum, that's perfect. Some will have an indicator with a stick saying how much it should be, how high it should sit, hot or in a cold situation. Next, the brake fluids. There we go. Yep, nicely topped up. As you can see, we can even check it with our brake fluids tester. And it's, whoa, right over here. It's still working. I hope so. All right. Oh, we have an alarm. So although this brake fluid seems to be okay, it's kind of brownish. I was expecting it. Always test your meter, of course. We can adjust this one. So yeah, we can cheat. We can say to every customer that the brake fluid is gone. It needs to be replaced with a... Look, this is fresh one. Fresh one says zero water in there, or okay. So we can be pretty sure that there's 5% or more water in the brake fluid. As you can see, H2O is this graph, and here you can see temperatures .3, .4, .5 when they reach their boiling point. After that point, your brakes are gone, so you can step on the brake and it will do yeah, almost nothing. So why do we want brake fluid? Because we cannot compress the fluid, but H2O has air in there, air in there. When it gets saturated, we can compress it, and that's not good. So we should swap it out when doing the brakes. I will ask my customer if I can do it, because it's an extra a little bit of labor, and I don't think it's much above 5, but we should swap it out just to be clear. All right, next up, let's test the oil level before we drain it. There's the filter, by the way. Pretty easy car, easy engine. Everything is pretty accessible. And after that, we'll drain the oil and do the spark plugs, and then the cabin filter, and so on and so forth. Yep, this is yeah, nice. And yeah, this is already too dark. Yep, nice petrol, old engine oil from a petrol engine. Should be light brown. That's a perfect color. That means there's no carbon in there. If there's a lot of carbon buildup in there, then that means the oil is, has been sitting in there way too long. Way too many miles, I should say. Alright, let's drain the oil and continue. Let's make life easy. And grab a super extension. You can do it with a smaller one, of course. Even with a wrench, I think. If you're a bit creative. I like to use these joint things. It's for impact guns, but yeah, of course you can. Well, you don't even need a joint. It goes on even better without a joint. Yeah. Sometimes I want to brag or show off with my tools, but hey. So number 27mm socket goes on. Give it a good crank to the left, lefty loosey, and a couple of cranks until you feel it getting easier and easier up. Now it's getting easy, really easy. Right, let's get a rack. A rack, not iRack, a rack. And we can see the oil is just coming. Take a look to peekaboo over the edge. So I'm gonna leave my rack right here. Normally it should be able to drain. Need to loosen it a little bit more. Yep. I think it's ready. So you can lift the filter. In this case, could be stuck, drain thing. Oh no, it's draining. Yep. So gently turn the filter out, lift a little bit, hold it, and then the oil can drain to the oil pan. Yep. So let's lift the vehicle now and get under it. Number 24 millimeter wrench will do. Give it a slap. Oh, not too hard. There we go. Hopla! And it falls out. Oil has a slightly dark color. Yep. It's still okay. All right. Should be a little bit paler, a little bit more light brown than a dark brown, blackish carbon buildup thing. All right, but yep, our drain bolt. We're gonna install a new washer, although this one is still in good nick. You could reuse it, but if you can, use a new one, of course. If it doesn't cost too much, because these days everything is expensive. But of course, it's for my customers, so I'm installing a new one. And yep, we're gonna let this drain. When you're here, also pay attention for other things. Look over here, this tire is cracked pretty badly, so between the grooves also pretty badly. On the side also, yep, look over here, it's an indication it could explode. On a bad day you could have a tire explosion, and then bad things can happen. Oh, look at here, this segment here, pretty bad. And since we're looking at tires, of course, check out the rear tires. And yeah, without saying anything further, we need 4 tires. All right, luckily I have 4 tires. All right, let's continue. Let's swap out this little copper seal for a new one, and get you back for the filter. Alrighty, our filter. Yep, nicely drained. Nice. Let's check it out if you have the good filter. Seems to be a lot of debris on the seal. How to take it out? Well, grab it like this and then squeeze your hands like this. That's the best way to get these filters out without damaging the plastic housing or something. You could do it with a screwdriver, but yeah, if you break the housing, I've seen it. I never did, but a colleague of mine did it once, and yeah, if you're not working in a a shop that sells these by coincidence, yeah, you're pretty screwed. Normally a shop doesn't have these in stock. They should, but yeah. Alright, let's take out the seal, and as you can see there's a lot of debris. So we gotta be careful and make sure there doesn't fall anything into the housing. Yep, sand and stuff. Not so good for your engine, sand. But normally it will get to the new filter, in a new filter, but yeah, it's not really the point of installing a new filter. So yeah, clean this up as good as you can. Look, one wipe, take it away. Up, take it away, and we're good to go, I think. This looks pretty tight. I'm gonna use a fresh rag to make sure the inside is clean, no sand or dirt in there. Normally you shouldn't do this. Don't clean this up too much, because you can leave things behind and they're not so good. And look, the new oil and the new filter will take care of old residues of old oil. So don't put stuff in there that you can forget, like dirt or sand. Sometimes you want to do your extra best, but you damage more than you do good. So it's designed to clean itself with new oil. Voila. Alright, let's lubricate the seal. Don't look at it, how clean it looks. Just a little bit of dribblings from new oil that I have here to lubricate this new seal. Also it will be a pain in the ass to take off next time, I can assure you. And then you can break it. So, click on the new fill. These recoil filters are really good stuff. Yeah, good fitment. Alright, and let's get it back in there. You could suck it out with a vacuum pump, the rest of the oil, but as I said, if you change your oil regularly, you could take the whole engine apart and clean everything, but you get the point. Swap your oil like it should be done, and you're good to go. That's all. Let's tighten this bad boy up, and as every plastic filter, this one as well, 25 Newton meters should do the trick. It's stated on top of the housing normally, but it's fairly simple. The rubber seal is blocking the oil, so this doesn't need to be tight, just so that it doesn't turn loose when the engine is spinning. So yep, that's it, and that will be 25 Newton meters. It's not much. All right, let's clean up and then continue. Don't forget to lube your hinges and locks while you're waiting for the oil to drain. Pretty important. If you have a slide door, yeah, whatever. To lube up all the points that pivot or glide or whatever. And of course, could you hear it? This one right here, and here's the lock. Aha, it's getting better. They should close like this automatically. All right, your cylinder as well, and tire pressures should be here, 2.4 for the back. For the rear, unless loaded, then it takes 3.2 for the rear. That's in bars, PSI. Yeah, Google it, you'll find it. And also don't forget to loop your lock for your hood lock, and the hinges for the hood. All right, let's continue. Nice and leaked. Alrighty, let's install drain plug again. Make sure you only have one washer installed and not two, else it probably will leak. Remove the pan so you can drop your wrench in the pan, and up. So, how much oil does it take? Go to the cronoil.com site. Look for your car or motorcycle, whatever. And here we have a 5W30 Prestiza, their brand, and they recommend, of course. It takes 3.25 liters, so pretty easy. Engine code also mentioned. Yep. And here it says every 30,000 kilometers, but of course that's not really true. The oil can go maximum 30,000 kilometers, but Citroen says to swap it out every 15,000. So there you go, 3.25 of a 5W30. Let's do that. Already, Poland filter, cabin filter, RCF 130 we have today, with a nice explication. And this is always easy. It's under the glove box compartment, so Let's take off the plastic and let's see what we have there. We have two elements here that sit on top of each other. Yep. Right, let's take off the clips and this fire extinguisher. Always a nice time to check out the date of your fire extinguisher. This is so to say a bad one. So swap it out if you ever have a fire that you can put it out. So you go. 3 clips, so it seems. There seems to be 3 clips. Nice. Oh yeah. There's some kind of clip in the middle, I think. Yeah. And over here, there's also a little tab to press. Yeah, and then it clicks out. Easy cheesy. And then what do we have here? Looks like yep, looks like it's over there, I think. Yeah, I just pull the tab, and there we have the 2 elements sitting on each other, having fun. Yep. And normally there should be pay attention so we don't crack plastic tube. Yeah, get the plastic tube out of the way and pull the filters out. Yep, there we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Number 1. Damn it! Insects. Number 1. Pretty dirty, as you can see. And number 2. That one we'll have to fish out, lift it up a little bit, and same thing. Pull it out. And there's a tab on that one to pull it out, although it doesn't work too well because my hand can barely fit in there. Yeah, my all right, so yeah, pay attention to the direction of airflow, of course. Yeah, this one is really dirty, so just in time to swap them out. Airflow arrow is marked on a new filter, so make sure the airflow is coming on this side. And as you can see, this side is made like this to catch all the particles. If you would install it like this, there would be some particles who fly beside it. All right, let's put it in like this. And what I like to do is, if it's too hard, squeeze it a little bit, make an accordion. It will go back to its original shape when it's in there. That's the case with a lot of things. I will not let my dirty mind continue this conversation. But you get it. So that's number 1. That drops down. Wiggle a little bit. Yep, it's back to original shape and nice seated. All right, airflow direction for the second time. Pay attention to it, and let's drop that one in too. Yep. Can be a little tricky, but don't get frustrated. Go back and forth if it's a pain in the ass. Don't squish it too much, else it will not return to its original shape. Alright, so yeah, the top one is a little bit harder, but yeah, you know what they say, consistency and dedication is key to success, the key to success. So yeah, you have to try to get it in there, make it expand again so it sits free. I can already tell that I fucked it up, so you can put it in too far to the front of the car, so it seems yeah, just pull it out again just a little bit. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm struggling a bit. I am putting it in to the right. Need to be to the left, but there's not much room to yeah, put it in the good way. All right, I think maybe, yeah, no, let me figure it out. Nicely seated, more or less. Yep, that's a good one for me. So yeah, pay attention. Put the plastic thing back on, and let's move to the next filter. That will be the air filter. Look, that's the port supplier. Let's all thank that dude. Gets all the parts to the demon cave. All right, let's check out what they brought. Yeah, I'm limp. Ooh, exciting. Wipers. Wipers. Oh. Nice. Let's try them on. Let's try them on. Ah. It's fun to be a mechanic. I receive new parts every day, actually. It's like Santa Claus. Every day is like Santa Claus. Like Christmas. And now let's hope that they fit, so we can have a good holiday. And they might fit. Alright, today we're using Valio, whatever, VF468 for this Citroen Berlingo. Decent wipers. Yeah, these ones are the Bosch. I prefer the Bosch ones. A little bit more expensive, but yeah, nice stuff. Right, we have one longer one and one shorter one. So just push in this little tab here, pull it off. Pretty easy ones. I wasn't going to film it, but yeah. So there you go, wipers. Thanks, sports guy. Thanks. Little quick tip: if your blower motor is only blowing on number 4, the maximum setting, and the rest isn't doing anything, or 1 or 2 and 3 nuts or whatever, well, then this is what you want to change. This is the old one I took out, made a short video of it. As you can see, badly corroded, and maybe inside it has been burned, or it's just corrosion over here, just above the plugs. So this is the correct part number for this car, 1043 from Fabi Bilstein. Good stuff. And it lives just very just besides the pollen filter on your blower motor, always actually in every car. So yeah, swap this guy out, easy job, and you will have the settings available for you for your blower motor from 1 to 4. All right, let's continue. Plugs, Torx number 20. Let's take off the plastic cover. Alrighty. Don't drop the bolts, please. And there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Collect the bolts. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and number 6. All right. Sport plugs, LFR 6B NGK. Thank you. And we have a big coil over here, also Torx 20, that we need to take out, and also the connections here for the oil pan vapor system. Bam. You can turn them a little bit, or you can disconnect them everywhere, of course. It's also an option. And it looks like we have enough play here to work. Pay attention not to crack the lines. Yep, that will work. So we disconnect the coil over here, just push in the tab, shove it down a little bit. Or we can choose to take it off if the cable is long enough. No, it doesn't. Gloves. They're good, but yeah, sometimes it sucks. Alrighty. Let's try to get it off. Ah, come on. Wait, I'll do it. So this is a tricky thing. I'll take the coil out and then whoa, retry. Stupid system. We could take off this plug also in the back, right over there. It's a kind of tricky one. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna break the plastic lines, I think. So, grab your pick tool. Looks like it disappeared. Oh, it's over here. That's 1. That's 2. Yeah, that's the one. So we can push in one tab like this with the pick tool, and the other tab we push in with our finger. And wiggle wiggle, it should come off. Yep, there we go. And now this one is a rubber one. Yeah, can just lay it over here somewhere. Yep. All right, continue. Yeah, I'm limp. I know. Fantastic gift of nature. Gout. Don't recommend it. Pretty painful. Yep. And a fourth one. Yep. Alrighty. Now let's see what we have here. I'll adjust the camera angle, perhaps. Yeah. Looks like it comes off. And looks like we didn't have to disconnect it at all. But if we would want to disconnect it, yeah, we have to push it further. Like right to the plastic, and then up we can disconnect it, and bam, there we go. Oh, dirty stuff, dirty stuff. These ones we fill them with a little WD-40. That will clean up the contacts and prevent oxidation from happening. Let's put that over here. And now let's take out the spark plugs. Looks like a 16, number 16. Yep, special spark plug socket right here. And to make life easy, we'll grab Mr. Milwaukee. Oh. Yeah, I disconnected the ABS. It was acting up, so maybe for another video. I hope so. What's wrong? Oh. Alrighty. Let's check it out. Oh, looks like they're not too tight. Yeah, they've been sitting in there for quite some time. You can feel it. Yep. Yep. Luckily, I put some anti-seize on there like 5 years ago or something. Yep. If you feel it's getting too tight, go left and right. No problem. Yep, and there we go. And there she comes. Too tight again. Turn a little bit back, no problem. And then we continue to break them free. And this is a perfect tool job for the Milwaukee. But before we do that, of course, they're still pretty tight in there. We're gonna just give them a little blow with some shop air to make sure the holes are clean for the new spark plugs. And when you do that, block the vapor holes if you want. And that's it. tights. Well, that's a lot easier, isn't it? And there we go. These ones were super Bosch, but as you can see, over here they're blowing through a little bit. Yep, and yeah, we're just in time to replace them. Always check your spark plugs for the same length, so they don't come in contact with the cylinder, the pistons I mean. As always, to prevent them from being really stuck, just a little bit of anti-seize, like, yeah, like this, something like this, else the grease will get hot and fall or drip into the cylinder. That's not a good thing. So let's install it back. And how tight should we how hard should we tighten them? 1/16 of turn for conical spark plugs, and with the washer, with the seal on there, it's 2/3 of a turn, a half turn to 2/3 of a turn. And which one do you have? Well, we have the ones with the washer, with the seal. So we have to tighten them hand tight, and then one half of a turn to 2/3 of a turn. So let's do that. First, we make sure the spark plug is correctly in there. So as you can see, we can still wiggle it. The threads are catching, so that's perfect. Now we can just make sure they're hand tight. So if you're working with this kind of tool, make sure you're not yeah, that's like hand tight. You're not doing like this. There's a potentiometer on it, so yeah, else you will tighten them at 54 Newton meters, and that's not good. So that's 1/4 of a turn, that's 2, and you can feel it, that's 2/3 of a turn, more or less. So that's good. Next one, of course, repeat, and I'll see you for the air filter, blah blah blah. One's in by hand first, and tighten the middle ones, and then tighten the other corners, just to make sure, because this keeps on moving. There are springs inside, just to make sure you don't cross thread them. Yep. Once we do that, we can tighten them. 10 Newton meters will do the trick. Yep. First the center ones, and then the other ones. Nice, important stuff. So we might double check them just to make sure. Yep. Alrighty. With these handy, yeah, how do you call them? These are really handy because you cannot over tighten them. It will torse a little bit, but we're sure. Alrighty, air filter, let's go. So leave this one disconnected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The sixth little vice in the back in the left corner. So undo them all. The last one will be on the touch. So let's do that. This one, a little bit, but enough to be able to slide it over, and then we can wiggle the whole thing out, and there we go. What a dumbass air filter. All the room in the world, but no, they have to do this. Yeah. All right, let's grab it, and whoa, right in time. Do we have a good one? I believe so. Bam. Again, take some shop air. Up. To clean the filter housing. Oh. Block the intake, of course, and go ahead. Of course, the filter housing, the thing here is loose because of all the Citroen goodness. Wow, wow, what a system! What a system! Look at it. Yep. So let's install a new one. Yep. Or a 4/6/8 recoil. Nice. And let's yeah, check out if we can do something. What is this? This is rubbish, man. The mounts are broken or yeah, worn. They look worn. So it's held in by yeah, the upper connection. Yeah, it's junk, whatever. All right. Sorry, I called your car junk, but hey, we have to stay honest here. Citroen and Peugeot is junk, but you get what you paid for, didn't you? So we have two center points, one here, and then we just slide them into place as good as we can. Yep, they fall into place. And what do we do first? We connect the upper parts. Yep, just like we took it apart, but the other way around, of course. All right, bolt everything together. First that one, then the rest. Make sure yours is yeah, better than mine. Maybe I'll sort it out when the car comes back, because I have to work on the ABS system. By the way, the ABS system lives over there under this isolation thing there. Lives your ABS system just behind the wheel. Yeah, I wonder why they put it there, because it's like a nice place for oxidation to happen. And of course we have a fault, a lot of faults in the ABS system, so way to go, Citroen. Super brand. No, they make some good cars, but not this one. All right, I'm gonna close here, gonna continue and finish. You have a good one. Like, subscribe if you want, and hit the notification bell thing, so you can always check out future videos with a notification. Have fun, stay dirty. Thanks for watching.